children's best friend, and to these excluded school children, a partner that may help their return to mainstream school.
I think it's going to work. I think it's going to bring out something in the child that will help them in the future.
In this programme, we'll see how working with our four-legged friends helps bring out the best in these troubled youngsters. This is the Cheltenham Animal Shelter and home to the pioneering HALT programme. Humans and animals learning together.
Hello, fella. What you need?
Over the next 4 weeks, these children will be paired with their very own rescue dog. Hopefully the responsibility of caring for an often unruly pooch will encourage the children to examine their own behaviour and improve it to the point where they can return to mainstream education.
This course would help me a lot because I've always wanted to be near dogs because I love dogs more than any other pets.
I just love animals, so I want to become a vet.
It might de-stress me a bit.
I think I'll be here till the end of the course because I want to train a dog.
But it's not just a walk in the park. The children are expected to muck in at all times, no matter how smelly the job.
Put biscuit inside until the rim, around the rim, and then fill it with meat. Give them to the dogs and they just try and get into them to get the food out.
They need to prove to us that they can be responsible before they get their dog. They do whine and whinge, when are we getting our dogs, when are we getting our dogs? And I'm constantly saying to them, when you can prove to me that you're responsible enough to handle one.
Her name's Daisy and she's a boxer and she's... Shannon, keep your distance! Yeah, and she's 9 months, I think she's 9 months old.
Her name's Kofi. She's around 5 months old. Small mastiff. Yeah.
It's male, stray from Gloucester. Very intelligent, loves his toys and has had some basic training.
You do see a change, especially when they do get their dogs and they work with their dogs on a daily basis. You get a bond. I don't know how or why, but something happens between, you know, a person and an animal. And especially with children that do feel unloved and not respected.
The course has been real good so far. I've really enjoyed it and I've learnt quite a lot since I've been here. It's made me think about, because if I carry on I wouldn't be here. Say if I didn't come here and I was still not, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd probably be in a child's home right now. So I've just got to back up my ideas and all that.
I want to improve my behaviour because I want to get back into another school. I miss probably all of my friends and everything. And miss learning and everything, so...
To get the dogs to behave demands a level of control the children have never had to exercise for themselves before.
As I say, your voice needs to be quite sharp, not screaming or losing your rag or anything like that. Just, you know, just a nice sort of sharp off, you know.
Don't want to get told off by any more teachers, and it's just horrible being told off. And I've learnt my lesson now. I'm determined to see it through the end, and it should be good.
No, because watch what Shadow's doing. He knows that usually, if he sits, he gets a treat.
Where I live, one of the members there was like a manager, and she just turned around and said, "Oh, all the staff's noticed that you've controlled your anger a bit more." That made me feel happy. I've realised that I can't keep doing the things I do. I want to have a good job, be in my own place and do well for myself.
Working with the animals, I think, just allows the kids to open up in a completely non-judgmental way. The dogs don't laugh at them, they don't answer back, they don't call them idiots. They just sit there and all they want in return is a pat on the head.
Just the bonding between the dog and you know, and the child. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to bring out something in the child that will help them in the future.
I overslept and I thought, oh, I'm not going to there because, I don't know, because I'll have more stress on myself.
I know over the weekend she had quite an upsetting time to do personal family reasons.
And then I came in because Lisa persuaded me.
So you Shadow's not going to judge you. He's not going to say, well, it was your fault, or why you should have done this, or why you should have done that. So if you talk to him, he's not going to judge you, he's not going to tell you you're right or you're wrong, he's just going to listen to you.
He's got a caring side on him, and it's like, if I'm upset, you can see I'm upset.
I was really pleased that, that Shadow had helped her.
And young Dan is proof that working with animals can have a permanent effect on behaviour. For the past 2 years, he's been helping out at the shelter on a work experience programme, and everyone seems to have benefited.
His teacher said that everybody here loves him. They can't fault him here at all. He sometimes acts a bit silly at school still, but it's manageable.
It's better being calmer because you're not always getting into trouble, like messing around with other kids. It's just better to be a normal person, really.
But it's not all about working with dogs. Half of the course is based in the classroom, where lessons aim to improve the children's attitude to school.
I got expelled because I had fights and I took a dangerous weapon in school.
I got expelled from my last school for fighting and just arguing with the teachers and stuff,
I used to get into a lot of fights and get into trouble a lot.
What do you actually do as a person when you are angry?
I end up smashing things and I end up cutting my arms and then I end up getting arrested.
If it was just classroom lessons, talking about anger management, conflict resolution, things like that, none of these guys would turn up on the third day, The fact that they have something to look forward to, even if it's just walking a dog round the paddock, even cleaning out kennels, though they whine and moan most of them, you can see they're enjoying it or they wouldn't do it. We
get all sorts of kids on the courses, everything from, if I'm honest, complete reprobates with huge conviction sheets, and on the other end of the spectrum, kids that have never been in trouble before at all, but have real serious self-esteem issues, a huge lack of confidence, and an inability really to socialise with other kids. So we get them from both ends of the spectrum and everything in between.
If there's anything I'd like to change, I would like to go back in mainstream school. I'd like to stop my bad behaviour. And that's it. I just want to do my best and get good qualifications.
The children are called in regularly to review their progress. For Rhiannon, it's a gold star.
Well, I think you've had a good day.
Definitely.
On the whole. You haven't been in the midst of all the trouble that's been happening. So I think if you carry on, I think you're going to do all right. Okay?
Yeah.
Are you coming back tomorrow?
Yeah.
Good.
TJ's behaviour hasn't gone down too well.
You've definitely been the most disruptive person in the classroom. You're always answering back. And these aren't qualities that are going to make Lisa go home and think about you in nice, soft ways.
During both of the courses I've run, I've witnessed a lot of different behaviour. Some of behaviour I was expecting, but some behaviour I really wasn't expecting. Especially the level of violence these children can actually commit themselves and get themselves into, and the level of trouble they can actually get themselves into, and what teenagers are doing nowadays.
But even the dogs can't work miracles all the time, and the sad fact is that half of these children will not see the course through to the end. But those who are left are working hard, both in the classroom and with the dogs. For these children, their relationship with the animal has definitely helped their behaviour.
Telling them to sit and everything and doing everything that they're telling me to do and everything, so I think that helped me.
The course has been real good so far. I've really enjoyed it, and I've learnt quite a lot since I've been here.
When you hold the treat in your hands, if he comes to try and get it, close your hands, say no, leave and everything. Taught me to do that.
For those that do complete the course, there's a special graduation ceremony on the last day. Parents and carers are invited to celebrate the children's achievements with the dogs. But first the youngsters have to rehearse their presentation.
Right, you know you've got lots of people coming today.
Yep.
To congratulate you on graduating. But I'm afraid you've got to do something for them. Yeah? I'm going to give you each of these handouts. Jordan, you need to read out your rap.
Oh no.
Rhiannon, you need to read out your poem. Yeah? And Stacey, you need to read out your thoughts. Graduation day is really important because it's a time to big up the guys who have done it, who have made it.
We started in May and we had a fun day. We were taught how to learn and we took a fun turn. We did a presentation and it was really cool, and it is not like being at school.
They get embarrassed, but it's a good embarrassment because everyone's clapping to say, well done, you've achieved something, you've done it.
I'll tell you what I don't like to do. I don't like picking up poo. If you stand in it, it sticks to your shoe. There's a kid called Dave, and he is the best behaved. I've got a dog named Kofi, and she is really naughty. Kofi is a top, and she has lost the plot. I think I was a prat, but now I'm all that. I've made it to the end because it's just around the bend.
For those who've graduated, working with the dogs has been a huge success.
It's taught me how to deal with violence because when I used to get in trouble I used to punch and everything. But ever since I've been here all I've been given is mouth. So, but not punches or anything. I said to Lisa, I prefer me giving mouth and swearing and all that than actual punching and doing actual harm.
Now she's back to the Rhiannon I knew 2 years ago, and it's lovely to see her like that.
I'm going to go back to reintegration and hopefully they'll put my hours up longer, and I'm going to try and do my GCSEs.
It's been good. Yeah, life-changing. Getting to the end of the course made me feel excited and happy, and then my mum's going to be okay. She's going to be happy that I've got to the end. She thought I was going to get kicked off at first, but I've improved my behaviour, so.
I'm going to try and talk to him about a work experience, possibly now with the animals, and see if we can still keep that link. And I'm hoping that he'll thrive and he'll move on in his life and succeed.
We're running on about a 50-60% ratio of success at the moment, which for us is really good, I think.
They need courses like this desperately because they can't cope in the classroom. It is too much for them to be with 30 other children sitting down doing an academic lesson. They need to do practical things, they need to learn respect and they need to learn empathy, and this course is one of the best ways of doing that actually.
If it turns one person around, then it's worth it. Re-engaging with education is something that we're in the business of doing, and if we can't get that for every pupil, then we're not doing our job and we're not succeeding.